Welcome back, students. Hope you are safe and healthy at home. This video is on chapter 4 from the diary of Anne Frank. Now, we shall try to know something about the writer Anne Frank. Anne Frank was born on 12 June 1929, was a German Jew. The 12-year-old Jewish girl wrote the diary of Anne Frank while in hiding with her family and four friends in Amsterdam during the Nazis' occupation of the Netherlands in World War II. So after 2 years in hiding, the group was betrayed and transported to a concentration camp in Bergen, where Anne and her elder sister Margot died of typhus in 1945. Her father, Otto, the only survivor of the group, found her diary and got it published in English under the name The Diary of a Young Girl. Now, let me give introduction to the chapter from the diary of Anne Frank. So, dear students, true friends are necessary in life. Why? To share one's sorrows and joys. And a 13-year-old girl finds herself alone and lonely in the absence of a true friend. She has loving parents, her 16-year-old sister, and about 30 people whom she can call her friends. She has a good time with them, yet she is not close enough to anyone in whom she could confide. At last, she decides to make a diary her true friend. She calls her diary friend Kitty. So the present lesson is a page of the diary of Anne Frank, which she wrote on 20th June 1942. So dear students, now let's get started. Let me read the first paragraph for you. Writing in a diary is a really strange experience for someone like me. Not only because I've never written anything before, but also because it seems to me that later on neither I nor anyone else will be interested in musings or ideas of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I feel like writing. And I have an even greater need to get all kinds of things off my chest. That means to remove the burden. So, yeah, what makes writing in a diary a strange experience for Anne Frank? So, yeah, writing a diary is strange. For whom? For Anne Frank. Because she has never written anything like this before. She also thinks that no one will be interested in the musings, means ideas, of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. So I have given meaning of difficult words. Musings means ideas. Here, in this context, musings means ideas. So she also thinks that no one will be interested in the musings of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. So then, why does Anne want to keep a diary? Is the question. Anne wants to keep a diary because she feels like writing and also wants to get all kinds of things of her chest. Means She wants to remove whatever the burden she has from the chest. She doesn't have a friend and so needs a replacement for it. So, here she is finding a true friend. She doesn't have a friend, so needs a replacement for it. Hope you have understood this slide. Shall we move on to the next slide? Paper has more patience than people. I thought of this saying on one of those days when I was feeling a little depressed, sad, and hopeless, and was sitting at home with my chin in my hands, bored and listless, with no energy or interest, wondering whether to stay in or go out. I finally stayed where I was, brooding, means thinking over. Yes, paper does have more patience. And since I'm not planning to let anyone else read this stiff baked, means hardcover notebook, grandly, means glorifyingly or splendidly, referred to as a diary, unless I should ever find a real friend, it probably won't make a bit of difference. So, students, why did Anne think she could confide more in a diary than in people? Anne felt, because she felt that paper has more patience than people. Since she does not have any friend, the diary would be the one she could confide in. So she says, by paper, she means a place where one can write one's thoughts and express oneself. She can pour out her feelings. The paper will wait silently for you, and whenever you wish to write on it, it will be there for you. So, yeah, comparing it to a person, a student, he or she will not wait indefinitely for you to decide whether you wish to share your thoughts with him or her or not. So, yeah, chances are he or she will get exasperated and leave. So, a person will have less or no patience for indecision of any kind. So, on the other hand, a paper has unlimited patience to wait for you to write on it. So, this is not the case with the paper. A book or a journal has no ambitions of its own, and hence it can bear everything one wants to write in it, be it interesting or boring. So, Anne chooses diary as the best means to communicate or to share, to pour out all her joys and sorrows. Come on, let's move on to the next slide. Now I am back to the point that prompted me to keep a diary in the first place. I don't have a friend. Let me put it more clearly, since no one will believe that a 13-year-old girl is completely alone in the world. And I'm not. I have loving parents and a 16-year-old sister. And there are about 30 people I can call friends. I have a family, loving aunts, and a good home. No, on the surface, means outwardly, I seem to have everything except my one true friend. So, why does Anne say like this? Here, the student, Anne, a 13-year-old girl, felt lonely. She had loving parents, a 16-year-old sister, aunts, and about 30 people whom she could call her friends. But still, she finds herself alone. So she says that she writes that outwardly that There are about 30 people whom she can call friends. She has all loving people, her sister, aunts, and a good home. And she has loving parents also. But still, she feels all alone. All I think about when I am with friends is having a good time. I can't bring myself to talk about anything but ordinary, everyday things. We don't seem to be able to get any closer, and that's the problem. Maybe it's my fault that we don't confide, we don't repose faith in each other. In any case, that's just how things are. And unfortunately, they are not liable to change. They are not likely to change. This is why I've started the diary. To enhance the image of this long awaited friend in my imagination. I don't want to jot down, means write down something in a quick, informal way. So, I don't want to jot down the facts in this diary the way most people would do. But I want the diary to be my friend. And I'm going to call this friend Kitty. So, yeah, since no one would understand a word of Anne's stories to Kitty, her diary, if she were to plunge right in so, she thinks of writing a brief sketch of her life. So she could have nice time with them, but none was close enough with whom she could share her feelings and confide. Confide means to lay faith or to repose faith in. She could confide in him or her. So she decides to make a diary, her friend. What does she call her friend? She called it Kitty. So, yeah, the students, she can only talk about ordinary things with them, with the people. They are not able to come closer, the family people, brother, the sister, aunt, parents. This is the problem. So, they can't confide in each other. Maybe it is her own fault. This is why she has started the diary. So, she names it Kitty. Shall we move on to the next slide? Since no one would understand a word of my stories to Kitty, if I were to plunge, I were to start writing, I'd better provide a brief sketch of my life, much as I dislike doing so. My father, the most adorable, most lovable father I've ever seen, didn't marry my mother until he was 36 and she was 25. My sister Margot was born in Frankfurt in Germany in 1926. I was born on 12 June 1929. I lived in Frankfurt until I was 4. My father emigrated to Holland in 1933. So, yeah, Anne introduces herself and her family to her friends. So, here, her father was a adorable person. He loved her mother. They got married when her father was, how old was he? 36. And mother was just 25. Her sister was born in where? Frankfurt. In Frankfurt, Germany, in the year 1926. And she, on 20th June 1929, her father shifted to Holland in 1933. So, yeah, she calls her father the most adorable father. So, sister Margaret also was born in 1926, while she was born on 12th June 1929. 1929. So, where did they emigrate? They emigrated to Holland in 1933. Shall we move on to the next slide? My mother, Edith Hollander Frank, went with him to Holland in September, while Margaret and I were sent to Aachen to stay with our grandmother. Margaret went to Holland in December, and I followed in February when I was plunked, means put down suddenly down on the table as a birthday present for Margaret. I started right away at the Montessori Nursery School. I stayed there until I was 6, at which time I started in the first form. In the sixth form, my teacher was Mrs. Cooperus, the headmistress. At the end of the year, we were both in tears as we said a heartbreaking, shocking, distressing farewell. Here, the students, she and her sister stayed for a few months. Anne Frank and her sister stayed for a few months with their grandmother. Then they too shifted to Holland. There she remained in the Montessori school till she was 6. In class 6th, her teacher was who was a teacher, Mrs. Cooperus. Here we understand that she completed her Montessori there in the country, in the place called Holland. There she remained in the Montessori school. So she got her education there, and at the end of the year, they were both, who Mrs. Cooperus and Anne, both in tears, as they said, a heartbreaking farewell, means shocking or distressing farewell. In the summer of 1941, Grandma fell ill and had to have an operation. So my birthday passed with little celebration. Grandma died in January 1942. No one knows how often I think of her and still love her. This birthday celebration in 1942 was intended to make up for the other. The grandma's candle was lit along with the rest. The four of us are still doing well, and that brings me to the present date of 20th June 1942, and the solemn is performed with respect, dedication of my diary. So, the students, what tells you that Anne loved her grandmother? So, here she shares how she loved her grandmother. Here, when Anne's grandmother falls ill, she did not celebrate her birthday, and when the grandmother passes away, she writes in her diary that she often thinks about her because she was very much attached to her, and still she loves her. This tells of Anne's love for her grandmother. So she loved her grandmother very much. Even she mentioned it in her diary. Both loved each other. And we see that at the end of the sixth forum, and the grandmother died. She loved her grandmother, who died in 1942. Shall we move on to the next slide? Dear students, before we wind up this session, let us recall what we discussed in this episode. Here, there are two reasons which make Anne writing diary a strange experience. What are they? Anne has never written in a diary before. Second one, she thinks that later on no one else Not even herself will be interested in reading a 13-year-old schoolgirl's diary. Then Anne longed for a companion with whom she could share her feelings. Her diary had been her only reliable companion. The diary fulfilled a deeply felt need to write and share her feelings. Yeah, why did Anne think she could confide more in diary than people? Because Anne thought that paper has more patience than people. She was never so close to people. We studied in the uh, previous slides that she was never so close to people as to share all her feelings. She could do so only in her diary because she considered the diary to be a true friend, and she also named it as Kitty. So, why does Anne provide a brief sketch of life? This is because no one would understand a word of her stories to Kitty, her diary, if she started them abruptly, suddenly, without any background. So, Anne thought it better to provide a brief sketch so that people, the reader, can understand the diary with proper background. So, here what tells you that Anne loved her grandmother? So here, after grandmother's death, Anne said that no one knew how often she thought of her and still loved her. She lighted a candle, remember, she lighted a candle for her grandmother on her birthday. All these facts show that she loved her grandmother. So, dear students, we end the first part of this chapter. We shall continue with the second part of this chapter in the next video. Thank you for watching.